Milton Greene is one of the most influential photographers of the 20th century. His camera captured such Hollywood icons as Marilyn Monroe, Grace Kelly, Cary Grant, Frank Sinatra, just to name a few. I could go on. Joining us to talk about the legacy of his work featured in the new book, But That's Another Story, are his wife and son, Amy and Joshua Greene. Welcome, welcome. It is so nice to have you here.
Thank you, thank you.
Thanks, Tara. Nice to be here.
This book arrived in my office yesterday, and it's huge. I mean, it is amazing. What an amazing tribute. 60,000 incredible-looking photos, a labor of love. Josh, tell us about the inspiration.
Well, Dad died in '85, and at that time, he believed that most of his work of 300,000 images in his life's work was unusable because of the type of film that was used in those days. It faded naturally, like you see pictures of your family on the refrigerator, and it fades and turns pink and purple and magenta. Well, that happens with film too, and so color film was very unstable then. Anyway, long story short, he died seeing most of his work fade away back in the 70s. And it wasn't until 92, 93 that I got introduced to the digital world and realized there was a possibility to restore photography. So I focused on his work, did Milton's Marilyn, the first book, which was just about the Monroe years, and now this is really a retrospective of his entire body of work, capturing many of the other people, also many of the models and the fashion stories that he did, because his fashion work's beautiful. And it all happened naturally, where Mom and I were at a little exhibition we put together with some of his pictures, and she started walking around and telling stories about what was happening in their lives at that time. And we looked at each other and said, that's the book.
Bingo.
There it is.
There it is.
So that was really the egg that started this whole thing.
How it all came about. It's such a comprehensive tribute. Amy, not to put you on the spot, is there one photo in the book that sticks out to you that's your favorite?
My favorite?
Can you pick a favorite?
Oh, sure. Catherine Cassidy, the model stretched on the cot. Milton they had a break, and Catherine was tired, and she went on the cot, and when Milton reloaded and came back, he told her, throw your left leg over your right leg, chin ups, and it's the most, to me, it's the most beautiful fashion picture ever taken.
Can you tell me what page it is on the book?
No.
How well do you know the book? Can you give me a little trivia
Are
test?
you kidding? I can barely see the page numbers without the...
No, I'm just teasing.
Buy the book, it's terrific.
It is.
It's a double-page spread, it's wonderful.
And it captures a certain simple elegance that was of the time, of the period, but also of Milton. Milton was willing to be intimate with his subjects and let that space between you develop into something and then capture it. And it's not about shooting your way into the shot. And it was about really being honest and be intimate with people. And that created a certain trust, and that's what the essence of the pictures show all the time.
Well, that's what
The essence is the trust.
Right.
See, a great photographer is really like a movie director. He controls everything, the lights, whatever, the music, the lunch that's behind him. He controls everything. So it's the trust that he generated to get the famous people to trust him.
Right. I mean, when you look at these pictures, these people are so comfortable. They're so at ease. And
exactly.
what was it about Milton Greene that he was able to execute?
He was cute.
You think that's all it took?
No.
Well, you should know. You were
Yeah,
married
I
to him
should
for many years.
32 years.
32 years. So tell us about the man, the husband, aside from the photographer. What was he like?
He was adorable, brilliant, great sense of humor, always saw the lighter side of life, really. He came from a poor background. He did it all himself, talent. The talent was there. And he loved doing what he was doing. So he not only loved the glamour of it, but he loved the technical. He was always inventive. Let's try this, let's try that. Read what he did for Elizabeth Taylor in St. Petersburg, One Terrible Day. That's in the book.
All right.
Yeah.
What page was that on?
Oh,
Sure. But there's also a picture in the back of the book where the last chapter is, we call it the intimates, and they're like family pictures and friends and things where you tell more story and show some certain candids, if you will. There's a wonderful scene with Mom and Dad on the river, on the side of the River Seine in Paris, and you see Milton dressed to the nines, holding a bottle. Mom's next to him, and he's sort of, like this, posing and talking, and his assistant took the picture. And on the bottom corner of the scene, you see a turntable. Now this is the 60s, so
a portable
turntable.
Interesting.
Well, it's like having a boombox on set to create mood music.
Right.
But here's this, you know, it's Sinatra, Ella Fitzgerald,
And it
one of
was
them
Sinatra,
playing,
yeah.
and there you are. But you look at the way he's dressed, look what he's doing, and think about this guy's having a good time.
And there's such joy in his face in that one.
And you can see
I
it.
mean,
Yeah.
just.
It's a great picture.
I want to switch gears for a second. Marilyn Monroe. She lived with you guys. A lot of photographs of Marilyn. Obviously, you devoted a whole book prior to this one. Tell us what that was like, living with Marilyn Monroe. It's a side that a lot of us don't know about.
She always said that I intimidated her, so as long as she was with me, she was in great shape.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Would you say you did? Is that accurate?
Yeah, I intimidate people because I'm, you know, I don't take any nonsense, and I love, you talk to me, I talk to you, then everything's fine, and that's the way she was. She made her own bed. When Milton and I would go to movies, she'd babysit with Joshua. She was never any problem. This whole thing about her being a victim, oh my God, she was never a victim.
Never a victim.
Please. And she loved being a movie star.
She loved it. That was pretty evident. Josh,
Loved
do you remember
being a
being
movie
with her?
star.
Marilyn?
I was very young at the time.
She was your babysitter.
She was my babysitter. Memories that I have are more like bubble baths, being tickled, being snuggled in bed with the pillows and stuff.
I'm sure there were a lot of men out there who wish they had those memories.
Yeah,
of
and
her.
of course I was innocent enough to appreciate it, right? So
And she knew.
I was safe.
I guess it's sort of a legend, you know, that was a part of your life. So, the best part about making this book for you guys, fill in the blank.
Closure.
Closure. I wasn't expecting that answer,
Yeah,
Josh.
closure.
Freedom, letting something get done that's been overdue for 25 years.
All right. Well, finally, we're so happy it's here. It is, and I don't just say this because I'm doing the interview. It is an incredible, incredible book. It's heavy, so you got to do a little
heavy.
lifting before. But it's an amazing tribute to his life and his legacy. Thank you guys.
Thank you
you
for
very
It's been a pleasure
much.
chatting
This
with
was
you.
fun.
It was fun. I wish we had more time.
Absolutely.
What are you doing this weekend?
Yeah, hey, I'm here. Yeah.
The book is called That's Another Story. It's a photographic retrospective of Milton H. Greene. For more images of the book, you can log on to our website, abcnews.com/GMA Now. Thanks for watching. That was fun.